School here at Oceanside Unified doesn't start for another 2.5 weeks, yet staff members have been busy making calls, even house visits, to ensure kids prone to missing school will do the opposite in the upcoming year. They're called the attendance team. A group of Oceanside Unified staff members who, for the past several weeks, have been visiting homes.
Do you have any questions before the start of the school year?
Making phone calls, texting, and mailing flyers to families whose children are considered chronically absent.
We have about 180 days of school each year, and a chronically absent student is someone who's missed between 18 to 20 or more days of school per year.
Dr. Jordy Sparks is the district's executive director of diversity, equity, inclusion, and student supports. He says the whole goal behind their efforts is to connect with families, figure out what's preventing their child from attending school on a regular basis, and provide whatever resources they might need, such as backpacks filled with supplies.
Have a great year.
It's something they've been doing for years, but there's now an even bigger push given how much the problem has grown. Of the nearly 16,000 students in the district, last year more than 3,000 were considered chronically absent, or about 18%.
The highest that we ever got in Oceanside was around 11 to 12% of our students being chronically absent. We worked really diligently. This was probably around 2017-18 to get that number down to about 7% or so. And so now comparing that with the 18% or more, it's definitely a bigger push this year.
Dr. Sparks says while there are several contributing factors, the most significant one is the pandemic.
A big challenge has been returning to school from the pandemic when schools were closed for a number of years and students feeling more disconnected or disengaged from school.
It's an issue schools everywhere are facing. According to the U.S. Department of Education, before the pandemic, about 8 million students nationwide were chronically absent. That number has now doubled to 16 million. Dr. Sparks says aside from learning loss, chronic absenteeism also results in less government funding. Oceanside Unified receives roughly $85 per student per day, but only when they're in attendance.
So it's critical for a student to be there for purposes of connection and learning, but it's also critical for students to be there so we can continue our great programming.
Shanna Handy, CBS 8.